Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. I'm Mod MattHe, and today with me I have Mod
Deg.
He remembered his name.
Yes. Oh, I didn't bring... Oh, next time I'll remember to bring some paper. Oh, wait, okay. No, it's too late now.
Oh.
We've got to save the top joke for next time.
Why are you here today?
Because I think you probably just got desperate for a podcast, I think.
Because we told you had to come down here.
Yeah. No, everyone else cancelled. Well, Ollie's busy today. So, thought you'd slum it with me.
Or more accurately...
Oh, also I released some quest.
Oh, a quest?
Yes. Call of the Ancestors. It's a great, exciting quest about Goebies and Mazcab, but not about Tusker. Not so much.
Okay, so let's start there. What are gobies?
Goebies are aquatic-looking creatures.
They're kind of like frogs, really.
Yeah, they sort of look like a land frog.
Stone land frog.
Yes, with rocks growing out of their back.
Okay.
Which will kill them sooner or later. Yeah. It's a matter of time.
How long does that take?
2 weeks. The oldest Goebian game is 2 weeks old. It's tragic.
I don't think that's accurate, you know.
All of those NPCs are actually, like, we cycle through them at an incredible rate. It's tragic. Like, working on it and behind the scenes knowing that, oh boy, I don't sleep at night anymore. Just not at all. I'm just up thinking about it, about the horror that is a Goebie's life.
A gobies life cycle of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like there's nothing I can do to stop it. Those wheels are in motion.
Let's not worry about the goby you go and talk to for months already.
The best a different guy every time.
It's a different guy every time?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They just trade names.
I'm not sure I believe you. Are you sure this isn't the April Fool's podcast?
It could be.
Could be.
It's so hard to tell sometimes. I like to think every podcast I'm on is in a way an April Fool's podcast.
So the gobies then, who are
yes. They are...
Apart from aquatic stone.
So they are the residents of Mazcab, a world that we recently opened up. Actually, probably a few months ago. That counts as recent. It feels recent. Yeah. With the release of raids, after Tusker fell, a portal opened to one of the planets that she'd visited previously,
right?
Which is Mazcab, which is...
where the players could get involved in the liberation of Mazcab.
Exactly. Fight back some arrow, kick it with some creatures, kill some big guys. It's pretty fun.
Beastmaster.
Yep. Beastmaster Zag, Yakamaru. It's like a big water elemental creature.
I'm glad you said that, because I can't say that.
Yakabaru.
Yeah. I can always say Yamaha or...
Yep. That is also valid.
Yakahama or... Yeah, every time I see it, I have to mentally prepare myself to say the word. It's a bit bizarre.
There was a very good piece of fan art that got sent in, I think by Legend Arts, which was a giant pack yak with the sort of crest thing on its head that Yakamaru has and a bunch of gobies trying to fight Yakabaru.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty lovely concept.
So Mazcab is a world that Tusker visited.
Yes,
and
previously.
Devastated.
Yeah, they're not doing great.
No.
They're
clinging on by their aquatic fingernails.
Exactly. And in the quests, you make some steps towards helping them with that a little bit.
So this is a quest called Call of Ancestors, and it's what we describe as a bottle quest.
Yes. So,
and the first bottle quest we've done.
Yes.
So what is a bottle quest?
So in 2016, we're going to have a monthly big update.
Yeah.
And some of the smaller updates that we're going to do are going to be bottle quests, which are primarily going to use assets that we've made for the main update.
Yeah.
And reuse them to tell a story. So if the main update is, say, a new boss fight in a new environment, we might take that new environment and tell a story in there in a quest. And it'll be a small quest, but still a full quest. You'll still have, the puzzles and like combat and action where you wouldn't normally in a quest, but it's going to be smaller in graphical scope usually.
Okay. And it's going to kind of be self-contained normally?
Yeah, so the intention is for most of them to be one-off stories, telling...
character-led
Yeah,
stories.
Exactly, character-led stories, rather than advancing the Sixth Age storyline or one of our other major plot points. It's going to be small, self-contained personal.
Because the 6th Age stuff is all enormous, gods battling, universe being shaken up.
Shaken.
That's the word I was after. Shaken up by the
Shooken.
gods. Shooken.
But those are all like really grand quests, and they all deserve a lot of time and attention into making every detail massive.
Yeah.
Whereas, there is room, if we want to keep like a decent pace of quests and give people a break from massive, there's room to put these smaller things in.
There's lots of space for quieter,
Yeah.
more character-focused stories.
Exactly, which don't necessarily require us to, build something ridiculously huge and bespoke. Like, there's still places for that, obviously. When we every time we want to talk about Zaros, we want to make something huge and make a huge deal of it because he's cool and he's important. And so there's other gods, I guess, to a lesser extent.
Okay, and this quest, Call of Ancestors, is described as a novice quest.
Yes. So it's super easy. Anyone can do it. No requirements except going there.
And membership. Okay. Because to get there, you have to have membership, I believe.
Yes, you're correct. You caught me on that one.
So how do you start the quest?
So you need to go to Tusker, which can be done by speaking to an astromancer, one of which is in the dock at Lumbridge.
Right.
And they'll teleport you there, or you can run through the desert if you're feeling particularly hydrated.
I always run through the desert because I like doing that.
I run through the desert too.
And because it's got the little swim animation.
Exactly. That's a great animation.
Yeah.
And then you don't go for the portal on Tusker's Back, which I was about to say. I skipped ahead a step. You talk to the Goebie on Tusker's Back, who has ventured into a brave new world and is slightly perplexed as to why it's so purple. Didn't really expect how purple the new world would be. And he'll lead you through the portal, and you'll visit Kanata, which some people already have done before. There's no need to have already been there before to have done the quests. As I said, there's no requirement to have done raids, to have done anything with Tusker before. So
it's nice and easy to access.
Exactly. And also by making it a novice quest, the true most important reason why we did it is because now we've had in a row every single difficulty of quest, including special.
Yeah.
So that was nice to complete the set.
And when you go through the portal, what are you going to be doing?
You're going to be instructing 3 young Gobies on problem solving.
Can you remember what their names were?
Yeah, I can. They are Lunch, Tux. No! See, in my head, I was filming the BTS like 4 days ago or something. And every time I listed all of them, it was Tux. And the reason why I paused is because I had to say in my head to me, like, don't say Tux. Don't say Tux. I did it every time.
Okay, so their names are?
Lunch, Tunks, and Peck. There we go. I don't know why I can't do it.
Are you associating tuck shops with lunch? Is that the reason?
Probably.
Yeah.
No. I got nothing.
And you're going to help these 3 young Gobies.
Yes. Become adept adventurers like yourself.
Right, okay.
There's no one better qualified. You're the world guardian, unless you're not, but you are.
And you're going to help them uncover something?
Yeah, you're going to discover hidden mysteries, long forgotten, of Mazcab.
And the history of their people.
A little bit of history of the people, a little bit of history of the planet. Going to learn a little bit of backstory for one of the raid bosses, in a way. You sort of have to make a slight logical leap, but you'll probably manage it.
Okay. And what are the rewards for the quest?
The rewards for the quest are...
At this point, may I mention that it has taken now 6 takes for us to list the rewards. So we're going to try it again for you.
We're still going.
Yeah.
There may be another comment from your perspective, dear listener, 20 seconds in the future, but from ours, many hours, saying that we've breached 50. We hit the 50 and we're having a celebration.
So, sometime later... What are the rewards from the quest?
The rewards from the quest are... I can't do it. I just can't do it. There aren't any. We've removed them.
I hear talk of tickets.
Yeah. Well, no. Wrong. Try again. Next guess. Tokens. So you will be given free reroll tokens for the Liberation of Mazcab raid.
Right.
Which will allow you to, after you've killed a boss, say, no, I don't want that. Try again. And you'll get a different reward.
A chance to get better gear.
Yep.
Yep.
If you already have the ability to do that because you have maximum Goebie reputation, because you did a lot of raiding and you've visited Mazcab a lot, then you will be allowed to do it on each boss once, as opposed to just picking one of the two that you'd normally have to do it on. Additionally, you also get a magic XP lamp, but that's more aimed at the novice side. We've sort of went for both extremes with the rewards.
Yeah. And war paint.
War paint. I forgot about the war paint. Yes, you get free outfits inspired by the war paint worn by Lunch, Tunks, and Peck during the quest. Got it in one. And also some weapon overrides. That are inspired by what the Goebie Rangers carry with them around Mazcab.
Also,
like clubs and stuff.
I hear there's also some post-quest content.
There is some post-content quest.
Yes.
The first post-content quest is there's a new Goebie village added. It's on the side of the Tuscarora that you wouldn't expect. It's actually in the desert on Gielinor.
Right, okay.
And you can talk to the new Aka Gielinor, who has asserted his position as dominant over all of Gielinor, as the oldest Goebie there.
I see.
He has ownership.
Okay.
And there is also new critters around Mazcab, little creatures that you can collect, 4 new types, and they give you hunter experience points.
And I understand it's worth talking to Tunks after the quest as well.
Yes. Doesn't really do anything. Is worth talking to Tunks after the quest, who's in the camp, because he's going to tell you all about his adventures, his plans for future adventures, and you can even see some of the riches that he's gained so far on Gielinor.
Okay.
Where he's planning on a long and fruitful adventure career.
So there's been lots of great feedback about the quest. Lots of people loved it.
Yep.
I understand there's been one bit that's been a bit sticky for some people.
No, it's absolutely unanimously positive. Actually, I think you'll find if I just put my thumb over Reddit when I browse, then it's gorgeous. So one section of the quest, the fight section, not to get into spoiler town. There's a fight.
There's a fight
of some description. People having a little bit of trouble with it towards the end, and we have made that a bit easier.
Okay.
Some helpful characters have more hit points.
Okay.
And some unhelpful characters appear slightly less frequently.
Okay. So it was some people finding it very click intensive and very hard work.
So hopefully this will alleviate that somewhat.
Without diminishing the quest. Okay. If you could change one thing about the quest, what would it be?
All of the characters in it would be renamed Deg, and they would all be smarter, stronger, and funnier.
Right. Okay. Okay, so it would be the Deg quest.
Yeah, they would all be paragons of skill and virtue. It would be amazing, really. But it was suggested that we probably shouldn't do that. By Mod Ollie, who doesn't like fun, I think.
That's probably it. Fun?
That's the only explanation.
I've seen the video of him dancing at RuneFest. I think he does like fun. But it might not be your type of fun.
I guess not. We'll see. I mean, history will see who's having the right kind of fun. Okay. People will look back on this day and decide the right kind of fun, I guess.
Okay, so last question. What else is planned for the Goebies in the future?
I swear, I think I pretty much said this on the last podcast, but let's go again. Okay. We have announced that there'll be another raids update.
There's another raids update, but But the Goebies themselves, what do we have planned for them? Or have we not?
We don't necessarily have any set in stone plans for them.
Okay.
I think with most of RuneScape, if everyone says they want more of it, we'll probably do more of it. And if everyone says no thank you, then they might get more of it anyway. But it's less likely.
So if people want more Goebies, they need to shout about it.
Yeah, exactly. Go to Rune Labs.
Rune Labs and the forums and Reddit.
Yeah. Even when it's inappropriate Rune Labs criteria, if we're asking for high-level mobs, put Goebie Quest in there. Why not?
Because I'll have to moderate it out. That's why.
That's fine. I don't have to moderate it out, so I don't mind what goes in there.
Thanks, Mod Deg.
You're welcome.
And with that, I think we'll say goodbye to you today. Thanks for joining us.
This is going to be the last time, isn't it? You're done.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever inviting you again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And bye.
Bye.